we are going to talk about the NoName from Peppo99. The NoName is an interesting device. So it comes with a bunch of different parts, and you have various different options available when you purchase this as well. So this is set up in a specific way that we'll discuss it a little bit later. It's super shiny. It's a bit of a fingerprint magnet, but it's got beautiful finish on it. This is an 18500 mode. Now, this is not a mechanical device. In fact, hold on one second. My spreadsheet just went away for some reason, so let me pull this up here. So the NoName is 130 euros, and it comes with a polished top cup, a short sleeve that's polished, a logo short polished sleeve, central ring, a button group, bottom cup, polished with serial number. We'll talk about what all of that means here in just a few. It has an electronic switch. It's 23 millimeter in diameter, 66 millimeters tall. It weighs 153 grams, including the battery. It's all stainless steel. And then it has adjustable sleeve positioning, adjustable top cap positioning, and it's got an adjustable center pin that I will show you in just a little bit. Now, for 20 euros, you can also get the 18490 upgrade. And then for another 25 euros, you can also get the brass upgrade, which includes brass sleeves for short and middle mode, and also a brass button. So you can set this up a number of different ways. If you want to get the whole kit and caboodle, like I said, it's 130 plus 20 plus 25, so you're looking at 175 euro, which is a little over 200 bucks, and that's not including shipping. So that's for 18350 and 18490 500 mode with the brass and the stainless steel parts. So you've got quite a few options. The switch that it uses is the same switch that's used in the Orion 2.1. Made by Palepo, I think is how you pronounce it. I could be wrong, but yeah. So let's do some close up of this guy. Hold on one sec. All right. So the NoName. This is what the NoName looks like. Okay, it's all very, very shiny polished, very nice finish on it, as you can see. Let me zoom out just a little bit here so you can see it better when I'm showing the whole thing. All right, so this is the NoName right here. Now, as you can see, I have the brass accents on there. The brass is a little bit tarnished. It was nice and shiny when I got it. You can see the brass button there. And if you look very closely inside there, you can see that that's brass inside the logo. Okay? So the extra parts that I was talking about for the full kit, I have this set up in 18500 mode right now. That's the 18500 bottom, okay? The brass sleeve on the inside can also be replaced with the stainless steel sleeve on the inside, so that the metal that shows underneath the logo is brushed stainless rather than brass. Then you also have the 18350 mode, which is this little bottom on it, which I actually am holding upside down. This little bottom on it. And again, you have a sleeve that fits inside it. This is the stainless steel brushed. You also have the brass brushed, and then it comes standard, like I said, with the stainless steel button This is the stainless steel button that would replace that brass button that you saw, which is, again, beautifully finished, very, very shiny. So that's all the different parts. So you have two internal tubes, basically, for each mode if you get the brass and stainless, and then you have one sleeve for each mode, which are these little guys here. So let's show you what this looks like close up. So when we take the bottom off, okay, you have a piece of Delrin resting inside the bottom here. And that is actually where the battery positive contact is going to sit, okay? On the bottom, you have the serial number, and as you can see, it says NoName. Oh, I meant to show you, you also get this. Little metal card that's got your forum name and your serial number and NoName on it. So, anywho, so we have the bottom cap. This is where the positive goes. So just like on the Orion 2.1, you're going to put the battery in backwards, okay? Positive down. And we'll take the battery out. And then you can see here, so you've got this sleeve. This slides off, and this is the actual battery tube, okay? And if you look inside, you can see that there's a spring in there. Actually, I'll take this off so you'll be able to see it a little bit better. So that's the brass battery tube. And then inside here, you can see there's the switch and the spring. And that Delrin piece that you see right there that's got those little slots in it, you would take a screwdriver, open that up, and that's how you can take the switch out so that you can replace the button that you see right here with the stainless steel button if you prefer the stainless steel button. Okay? Now, the other side, we'll screw the top off here. It has this on the underside, so you can actually use that to align the button. It's got like a compass there, and you see it's got a little piece of Delrin, which, as you can see, I scratched up a little bit with my screwdriver, but it's just a Delrin piece. It's not a big deal. You can actually get a replacement for it. And then this is the screw that comes out of the top of the switch where it makes positive connection with your atomizer through the brass connection there. Now, this is a double-threaded brass connection, so you have that pin in the center around the pin on the outside. That pin in the center, you're actually screwing down from inside the top cap until it makes contact with this. The cup, the brass cup that surrounds it, you screw in from this side until it makes contact with the atomizer. So let me just screw the top cap back on, and then we'll show you the other side. And as you can see, it's got like a it looks almost like a 4-leaf clover kind of thing there for airflow for a 510 atomizer if you want to use that. And then if you look closely in the center there is the, oh, I need to clean that off. If you look closely in the center there, you can see that screw where the 510 on the inside of that brass cup, that's the one that you screw down until it makes contact with the positive pin inside. And like I said, that brass cup around it, you screw up from underneath until it makes contact with the atomizer on the other side. So, let's put this back together and talk about it a little bit. Okay. One moment while I reassemble. So, screw that back in, slide the sleeve over, battery in upside down, and then screw the bottom cap on. And as you're tightening the bottom cap, which, let's see if I can get the threads to match up. There we go. As you're tightening the bottom cap, you can kind of hold the sleeve so that the logo lines up. And then when you're done screwing it together, you've got the logo and the button all lined up nice. So let's take a vape. It vapes nice. It hits like it should. Um, However, if you are after a device that's going to allow you to do low ohm vaping, um, this is not the device for you because the switch is designed to it's basically a safety feature, but it will not fire if you go below about 0.8 ohms. So if you want to, do dual coil 0.5 ohm dripper, this is not going to be the mod that you want to use that on. It's not going to work. If you want to vape higher than 0.8, works fine. I've got a 1 ohm coil set up here on my Big Ben, and using this, and it's I've got Grant's vanilla custard in there, e-juice, and it's very, very tasty. But as I said, if you want to go low ohm, this is not the one for you. And one other negative, the positive pin adjustment on the inside of the 510 connection. What a pain to get it to get it connected properly so that it's making contact with the atomizer. Because it's that brass cup rather than a pin, I actually had a couple atomizers that it wouldn't make contact at all because the positive pin in the base of the 510 connection of the atomizer was very, very narrow. It was like a pin, and not like a round base, and it wouldn't make contact at all, and it wouldn't fire. So I actually had to, one of the reasons I used the Big Ben, aside from the fact that I really like it, is because it's got a little bit wider positive connection inside the 510 connection in the base of the atomizer, so that brass cup made contact there. So yeah, I don't love the design of the positive pin. It's kind of problematic, and like I said, I had some issues with getting it to connect properly on certain atomizers. And it's also really kind of a pain in the ass to adjust it properly because you have to keep taking the atomizer off and putting it back on, and like you can't screw it in too tight because you can damage the switch. And then it's really kind of finicky to get it all screwed in properly. And then when you finally start to try, and then when you go to try it and the atomizer doesn't fire because it's not making contact, well, that sucks. So just be careful. If you're gonna get one of these, make sure that you're using it with an atomizer that has a 510 connection. And I'll just give you an example, like the mini gen that I've got sitting right here is a perfect example. So the mini gen, if you look at the base of the mini gen, see how it's got that big flat positive contact with the thin insulator around it? That's perfect to use on this device. Something that's got just like a little metal pin in the center is not going to work on the NoName, because it's just not going to make contact. The positive pin's going to sit right down in the center of that brass cup, and it's not actually going to make contact with it. You're going to screw it up until it touches the insulator around it, and it's not actually going to make contact. So that's too bad. However, it's absolutely beautiful. I think it's one of the nicest looking devices that I've ever seen. I mean, the machining quality on it is exceptional. The threadings are beautiful. The threads are beautiful. They're super smooth, super clean. And the finish on it is absolutely sparkling. It's a fingerprint magnet, but it looks gorgeous, especially right out of the box. But it's a buyer beware situation. The connection is just not, it's not going to work with every atomizer, which is too bad. And if you're a low ohm vapor, it's not the device for you either. So, you know, while I like the NoName and I think it's beautiful, I don't know that I would recommend it, just because you may run into an issue where, you know, your favorite atomizer is not even going to work with it. So I would say, if you have a favorite atomizer or two, check the bottom of them. Look at the connection. If it's a you know, very small pin where the positive connection, you know, probably not. I probably wouldn't buy a NoName if that's the case, or I definitely wouldn't buy a NoName if that's the case. If it's got a nice wide 510 positive connection inside the insulator, then it'll work fine and perform well. Because when it does work and it is firing, it does perform well. So yeah, so buyer beware, I guess. This one gets a sideways thumb, I guess. So there you have it. That is the NoName from Peppo99, an absolutely beautiful looking mod that does have some flaws. So, oh well.